What if the thing your child needs most from you isn't the expensive toy, isn't the perfect grades, isn't even a childhood free of problems? What if it's something so small you could start doing it in the next 5 minutes? Here's the strange part. Psychologists have spent over 50 years studying what actually makes children grow into happy, secure adults. And the answer keeps landing on the same handful of things that have almost nothing to do with money and almost everything to do with attention. Today, 5 of them. Backed by real research, not parenting folklore. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to do differently tonight. Picture this. A toddler holds up a rock, looks at their parent, waits. That tiny moment, a child reaching out and an adult reaching back, has a name in developmental science. Researchers at Harvard's Center on the Developing Child call it serve and return. Like a game of tennis, the child serves a look, a sound, a gesture. The adult returns it. But here's where things get interesting. This isn't just a nice bonding moment. Researchers have found that children who get more of these back and forth exchanges show more activity in the brain regions tied to language, even more than kids who simply hear a lot of words spoken around them. It's not about how much talking happens near a child. It's about whether someone responds to them. And this is the part many people overlook. You don't need hours. A few minutes of real, undistracted back and forth, putting the phone down, noticing what your child is looking at, naming it, and waiting for them to respond, does more than an entire day of being physically present but mentally somewhere else. Kids can tell the difference. A parent's body in the room isn't the same as a parent's attention in the room. In the 1960s, a psychologist named Mary Ainsworth ran an experiment that's now one of the most repeated studies in all of psychology. She'd bring a toddler and their parent into a room. The parent would step out. A stranger would come in. Then the parent would return. What she was really measuring wasn't the child's fear. It was what happened after the parent came back. Some children ran to the parent, were comforted quickly, and then went right back to playing. Researchers called this secure attachment. Other children either ignored the parent's return or couldn't be soothed at all. The children with that secure pattern? Decades of follow-up research links it to better emotional regulation, stronger friendships, and more resilience later in life. But here's the important clarification. Secure attachment isn't about being a perfect, endlessly patient parent. It's about being reliable enough. A child doesn't need a caregiver who never gets it wrong. They need one who, when things go wrong, comes back, comforts them, becomes a safe place to return to. That's the whole mechanism. Not perfection, just consistency. Here's a study that surprised a lot of parents when it came out. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck sent researchers into New York 5th grade classrooms. Kids solved an easy puzzle and then were praised one of 2 ways. Some were told, "You're so smart." Others were told, "You worked really hard on that." Then they were offered a choice, an easy puzzle or a harder one they might fail. The kids praised for intelligence overwhelmingly picked the easy puzzle. The ones praised for effort picked the harder one, nearly every time. You might think praising a child's intelligence is a gift. Research suggests otherwise. It quietly teaches a child that struggling means they aren't smart, so the safest move is to avoid anything they might fail at. But there's an important catch, and even Dweck herself has warned about it. Just saying the words growth mindset or slapping a poster on the wall doesn't work if a parent still reacts to a child's mistake like it's a disaster. The praise has to be backed up by how you actually respond in the moment a child gets something wrong. So the practical version: when your child fails at something, resist the urge to swoop in and fix it immediately. Let the frustration exist for a minute. Then say, "That was hard. You kept trying." Instead of, "Don't worry, you're smart. You'll get it." Small words. Different message entirely. Imagine a child comes home from school upset. Something happened at recess. They're on the edge of tears. There are two ways a parent typically responds. 1. "You're fine. It's not a big deal. Go wash up for dinner." 2. Sitting down and asking, "Do you want to tell me what happened?" Psychologist John Gottman studied families for years to understand what separates these two responses and what happens to kids on each side of it. He called one style emotion coaching, noticing a child's emotion, treating it as a moment to connect and teach, rather than a problem to shut down. The kids raised by emotion coaching parents showed better ability to calm themselves down, fewer behavior problems, and stronger friendships than kids whose emotions were routinely dismissed. But there's a detail worth sitting with. Emotion coaching doesn't mean no limits. Gottman's model still includes setting boundaries. You can validate a feeling and still say, "It's not okay to hit your brother." The validation and the limit aren't opposites. They work together. So the shift isn't let kids do whatever they feel. It's name what they're feeling first. Then guide the behavior. Last one, and it might be the simplest. Researcher Barbara Fieschi spent decades studying something most families do without thinking twice about: routines and rituals, bedtime stories, Sunday dinners, the 5 minutes after school where everyone talks about their day. A large review of this research found something consistent. Families with steady routines and rituals tend to have better adjusted kids, stronger relationships, and, in the case of regular family meals specifically, better communication with teenagers at an age when that communication tends to fall apart. Now, to be fair, researchers are careful to point out this is correlational. Families that already function well may simply be more likely to keep routines going. It's not proof that rituals alone cause happiness. But here's what makes this tip different from the others. It costs almost nothing, and it doesn't require getting anything right. It's not one grand gesture. It's the same small thing, repeated. The same short goodnight routine. The same walk on Saturday mornings. The same 5 minutes at the door after school. Children don't remember most individual days. What they remember is the pattern. So here's the truth this video keeps circling back to. None of these 5 things require a perfect parent. Not one of them costs money. None of them demand a childhood. Without struggle, without tears, without hard days. What they have in common is smaller than that. Attention that's actually there. A relationship a child can come back to. Room to fail without shame. Feelings that get named instead of shut down. And small moments, repeated, until they become the shape of a childhood. You don't need to do all 5 perfectly, starting today. You just need to do one of them. Once, tonight. So here's the question worth sitting with. The next time your child reaches out to you with a rock, a story, a bad day, will you return the serve?